About a half length off the arm. They're ready. Green light shows and they're racing in the first. And hard to find an early leader in the centre of the line. Max's Back was disputing the early lead with Mary's Little Rose and trying to hunt up and hold them all out as Clement Sorrell. And it's keen onto that first turn. They were followed about 2.5 away then by, on the inside, I read the news today, in T-Rap City. As they travel towards the turn into the lane, Clement Sorrell was able to hold Mary's Little Rose, who dropped onto its back for the trail. Well back in the field in the early stages now are Red together with Live in Style. And as they come into the straight with 2 rounds left to go, a long way off them in the early stages is Nepean's Next Bird, and the last pair were Rich the Promised One, who races on the inside of JP's Regal. Lead time was 37.7, so pretty solid in the early stages. Clement Sorrell led. A half length to Max's Back, who's now posted without cover, the race favourite. Third locked away on the inside as Mary's Little Rose, and they were followed by, on the inside of those runners, I read the news today. Further back then on the outside is T-Rap City, who's been able to drop into the 1x1 trail. Further back then to Live in Style, covering up Red. And the last few were Nepean's Next Bird with It's the Promised One, and last of all is JP's Regal. In the direction now of the 1,200 metres they head. First quarter of the last mile is 30.8, and as they sweep off the back straight, it's Clement Sorrell the leader. About a neck clear on the race favourite. Max is Back. Third, Mary's Little Rose. T-Rap City in the 1-1-4th. Followed next of all on the inside of runners then, as they come into the straight by I Read the News Today, covered up by Live in Style, then Red back on the inside. Well back is Nepean's Next Bird, and still the last pair were It's the Promised One, who's on the inside, and on the outside last of all is JP's Regal. Down the lane, they get the bell lap to go, and these two go stride for stride out of the straight. The second quarter was 30.7, 61.5 for the half, and on the outside, Max's Back is really pressuring Clement Sorrell, and they go together into the back with the favourite getting about a half length clear. Mary's Little Rose into a clear cut third, and they were followed by T-Rap City under heavy driving. Further back to Live in Style, who peeled out 3 wide, and then came further back to I Read the News Today. Well back is Nepean's Next Bird, and the last few were Red. Together, well adrift of them, JP's Regal, and It's the Promised One. They cast the 400 astern, 29.4 for the third quarter. Out on its feet, Max's Back, but still leads them. Mary's Little Rose, here come the back markers. Nepean's Next Bird cuts loose with its burst, and having to go 5-6 wide is JP's Regal as they swing, and Live in Style's just in that bunch of horses as they swing. The leader is Max's Back. Can they run it down? Nepean's Next Bird, JP's Regal are closing. The leader narrowly, Max's Back. JP's Regal levels up, puts the head in front, starts to pull clear, and JP's Regal goes home to win it. Second, Max's Back. Third, Nepean's Next Bird, and Live in Style fourth. Then Red, followed by I Read the News Today, Mary's Little Rose, Clement Sorrell. Well back as It's the Promised One, and last to clock in is T-Rap City. Last quarter 30.6, and the rating 2 minutes.7.